Well, before we start talking, I'm just going to play this gem courtesy of NBC Live.
Disney, if ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and
So basically he said, fuck off and, carry on and whatnot there. Well, this is Gray Fox 37.
012 Boku.
And this is basically going to be, I guess, another, this will be, I guess we could call it a pregame warm-up if you want, before we get to Diablo 3 bullshitting. Today, we're going to briefly talk about Ricky Gervais and then get to some World War III tweets that have I'm reading at random and whatnot. This isn't staged or anything like that. Before we get to the World War III tweets, I wanted to just, talk about what Ricky said there, basically. It's... we were kind of debating it. Boku and I were kind of debating it before we were recording. It was funny. Like, what he said was funny, and it's true, too. It's really true. But the ultimate debate that we were going through is, was he sincere with it? Was he ironically joking about it? Or was it something that was kind of like set up?
There is one thing I forgot to mention, Gray Fox. He could also be... doing it to get the publicity for it too, just on his own, because he'll mention it and it gets people talking. And as a side note to this, it's what I've had my theories of about Rise of Skywalker. And I'll say this on the side of this note, folks. It's an okay film. It is a convoluted mess though, and it is still crap. I don't care what J.J. Abrams is doing. It's still a convoluted film, but like how Disney's pushed it, everybody talk negatively about it. You talk negatively about it, it seems that's caused more people to go see it, because now it has grossed 380 million so far.
And I thought I went off on tangents, but, you're okay there. I'm just messing you. Well, you're right though. Number one trending right now, basically. And you're right. That's why I was kind of thinking it was staged. Basically, there were a lot of people that were giving heavy applause, and that audience, of course, had Tom Hanks in it, which people nickname the Father of America or something like that. I've seen that, something like that, that's been going around and whatnot. But ultimately, though, he's regardless of whether it was staged or not, he's right, basically.
Yes.
These days, people are using these awards to attack Trump or, try to just basically virtue signal about climate change or starving children or things of that nature. Well, it used to be about starving children, and, people basically did used to care about that. But ultimately, though, with what's happened over with Iran and everything like that, bottom line is that nobody cares about. You kind of get this sensation, this eerie sensation. Nobody really gives a damn about what's going on in this country anymore. Nobody. That's probably something that I've been wanting to say for a while, but that's probably one of the biggest reasons, outside of the other issues of pushing it, to where a lot of people in this country have fallen apart emotionally, politically, personally, especially with the responsibility. The fact that we're not caring internally about what's happening in this country, and using things like this that are happening outside of this country, basically, like what's going on with Iran right now, it just really, really kind of speaks volumes that a lot of this stuff has been a great distraction to basically get to the point where it's like, yeah, nobody really gives a damn. Let identity politics take over. Let us get nuked to the ground. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be tweets in there of people that say like human beings cause this and blah blah blah. But regardless, we'll get to that. Regardless of whether Ricky did it or not, he's right. That's the bottom line. Regardless of what his intentions were, regardless if he was joking with irony or not, he's absolutely 100% right. Earning an award you stick to what you've worked hard for to get to that and everything. Even if you're going to talk yourself up, do it. nobody's going to hold it against you or anything of that nature because you're the one winning the award. You're the one that did the hard work. You earned it. Beyond that, though, we don't need. It's true. We don't need to hear about your causes. Say it on your webpage. Say it on your Twitter. Say it on your Facebook. When you talked about when we're at these awards, I mean, hell, talk about your own personal struggles for Christ's sake. Some people did. We'll remember you. Stop the virtue signaling. Just stop it. Cut the crap. Anything you want to add, Boku?
Well, no, that's very much the same thing that I've cared about, Gray Fox, is that, you should just be up there saying thanks to the award, being happy that you achieved such a thing, and then being happy that your show has achieved popularity, or that the fans love it, or that you're grateful for the fans and things like that. But basically, it should stay to your show that you're on.
Your movie, your show.
Your movie, your show.
Yeah, your accomplishment.
I forgot Golden Globes do both.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Emmy Awards. I'm
You're
thinking
fine.
of the Emmys. Yeah, Golden Globes do both. But yeah, it should stay. But this is to all of them. It should stay to whatever you're on. I think the people who go off on their political tangents, and I've told folks too, doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat.
There you go.
I don't want to hear any fucking side of it. I just want to
Agreed.
enjoy the awards. I mean, I used to be like my folks and enjoy these things. Now it's like, much like everything else, nobody really cares. And it's like, well, why do you think we don't care? Why do you think you guys have lost viewership, even all the way from the Academy Awards? Because we don't want to hear the political lingo or the I mean, hey, you mentioned the, Save the Starving Children thing. That stuff is sort of a little fine. But when you go into great detail on it and go into huge paragraphs...
What about the award you won? Yeah.
It's like, yeah, nobody cares. That's why Steve Martin had my last favorite jokes to the last Academy Award film that I have. If you remember when good old Mr. Fat Michael Moore himself said, "Shame on you, Mr. Bush, for being a fictitious president, for the stuff you done." That's why I loved when Steve Martin said it when they came back from commercial break. Well, now something happened, and the Teamsters have to help Michael Moore to his car, and everybody,
They booed him. They booed him off stage too.
Oh, they did. Well,
Yeah.
see, people were shocked about that. They didn't think there were going to be a lot of boos, but I mean, at the same time, during that time, that was one of the first things I remember where that stuff started. It's like people still support it, and it's like, and like me and my folks who watch it on TV were like, why is that there? Why is he saying this? It's like, you friggin' jerk, get your award and get off the stage for your film that is somewhat factually flawed.
Get off the stage, you freak!